The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman here. This is the Monday, 22nd of April edition of the Tiger Technicians Hour. We're looking at the Dow up 110 at 38,093. My anticipation, so as I said to subscribers over the weekend, for my market overview, I said there's a good chance that we're looking at a rotation here, that the semiconductors, which really led markets up, led markets down, had a terrible, terrible week, a very ugly end on Friday, trying to rally today up to a 201.34. But it looks to me like just for the moment, they kind of done. And because of that, you're going to have a rotation into other sectors. I think in a way the Dow 30 is going to take the benefit right here. I might be wrong, but that's the way I'm looking at it. That's the way we actually trying to play it here for just in terms of our market stance. So we're looking at the weekly chart has made a peak D. That's something that you can't ignore. But that 9-period moving average is still very strong over the 14, and that's a very important characteristic that we look for. Look at the S&P, SPX.X. There we go. The S&P is up 26 at 4993. It really needs to get into the 5,020 and then the 5,030 area this week. I think that's going to be kind of tough to do, but that's what it needs to do. The QQQ is much worse off. It is up today, up to 263 at 417.26. Look at that inside bar after that ugly Friday. Oh, that's terrible action. Look at that weekly chart. Look at that candle from last week. You do not want to see a close underneath on Friday's low, because that says the low of 413.07. If that's taken out, then you're looking at getting into this candle, the candle of the week of 19th of January, which has a high of 421.34, but a low of 402.92. That would really get ugly. But that can happen because the SMHs are only up a little bit right now. They're up 2.06 after everything that happened. It's not a good sign. Let's go to the IWM, the Russell 2000. Russell 2000 up $1.10 at 194.25. It's been trying to use the 200-period moving average as a support over the last 2 days. It is so far bouncing off that. It's up $1.15 at 194.29. I would have to say that that's good action, but that weekly chart suggests that if it starts to take out, it's at 194.31. If it starts to take out the 190.50 support, 192.13 is the 200-period moving average. So if it really takes that out and goes to the 190.50 area, wow, that weekly chart says just be really careful. So at this particular point, it's important that it's making a new recovery high. That's important for just because it starts a gray leg A, which means it could get a little traction, hasn't yet. And now let's go to the XLK. XLK is the XLK. Where did I type that? Did I just hit the wrong button? Yeah, I think I did. XLK right there it is. XLK is trading at 193.58, up $1.07, and you can see that arch formation. That arch formation says you've taken all the little troughs on the left side. Now what you've got is some gaps that might be filled. Wow, that's not very good action at all. So that just says that the whole cluster between 190, 100. No, I have to go down to the 188 level. 188 to the low that was made on the 17th of January of 189.69. That's going to be really important support over the next, I'm not saying right now, I'm saying over the next couple of weeks. Why? Because there should be some kind of a bounce to come. The market was hit pretty hard. Most importantly, we're looking at the, I want to go to the bonds because that's, to me, is key. Bonds are down 30, TLT is down 37 at 88.78. And that's just suggesting, look at this. You've got an inside, oh yeah, we go. You've got a down channel in the TLT. You're right in, make this red. Just a nice technique, just purely, it's a visual technique. And it says, you're in the Chapman Wave inside track propellant zone right now. If it starts to fail and closes under 87.30, it's at 88.77 right now. That's going to not be, that's a really poor sign. So the TLT, that's bonds. This little arch formation right now says 87.79 is the low that has to hold on any shorter term pullback. If it starts to fail, that 9-period moving average is going to go even lower than below the 14-period moving average. The stochastic, which started to see a little bit of a rally here, it's at 19% after having been, I think, just above 10%. That's good, but the on-balance volume is not giving you any hints of buying pressure. And the histogram, that's the vertical lines in the MACD, has improved, and yet you haven't seen any real improvement in the price. So I'm watching this very closely because I think that as soon as you can start to see yields, bonds come down and yields start to move. No, bonds go up and yields start to come down. That's really important because it's going to be important for the home builders, going to be important for a lot of areas. Had a question, where did it go? Had a question. Could I look at Tesla? I did look at Tesla earlier in Tommy's show. I'll do it again. Tesla is down 4 at 142.96. So there are a number of these single legs to the downside, and each one had pretty much exact proportion. And this one here, if it has the same proportion, the fourth, usually things don't work out 4 times, but it has worked out 3 times. So maybe it will work out 4 times. That makes the 121 area. 121 would be a measured move to the downside. I'm just going to say I don't see that right off the top right now. It's at 142.93, still pretty weak, but I do see signs that there could be a little bit of a bounce first, and that just makes it important that Tesla. But Tesla has, it has the charging stations, there's a whole lot. They could have a residual monthly income that increases, just like Microsoft and many of the Apple, all of these companies had monthly premiums that were paid at a certain point, and that made a big difference for cash flow. And I think that that's going to be important to Tesla. But I'm watching it to say price, just purely on a price basis. I don't see any technicals here that suggest that the rally to 155.80, where the pink 9-period moving average is going to happen right now. I think there's a lot of weakness still in Tesla in the short term. I want you to look at crude oil. Crude oil is down 64 cents at 81.58. And that's just telling me we're getting lower lows and lower highs, except for that big spike overnight from the Thursday conflagration in the Middle East. And now what we're looking at is, I'll go to the VIX in a moment. I just wanted to get these out of the way. That crude oil and gold are the Mideast, the go-to places that when there's a conflagration in the Middle East, gold rallies and crude oil usually rallies. In this case, gold is down 64 at 23.48, very, very sharp move to the downside. And silver's doing the same thing. Silver's down 4.68%, down 1.34 at 27.49. I'll be back in a moment. Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians Hour.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Hi, folks. So Bitcoin right now is up 1965. Must have been a good year, huh? 66,320. And that's the GBTC is also moving up commensurately, up $1.65 at 58.95. This is the Bitcoin Investment Trust. And what I've been looking at was that Bitcoin was in a digestive phase. It was in this rectangle phase. Its coin is up 13.58 to 224.88. And most importantly, I'd consider that this could be a consolidation phase. And we had to see how its relationship to gold would be if there was a sharp pullback. And now we can see independent. It is up 3%, and gold right now is down almost 3%, 2.73%. So that relationship is not there. I needed to see if it was. Why? Because I wanted to see how it would impact a stock like Robinhood. And Robinhood is up 38 cents at 17.01, trying to form some kind of a base here in the 17 to 16 area. We'll see if that's going to work out. The IAI, which is the broker-dealer ETF, is up nicely. It is up 1.06 at 112.09. This is going to be quite important to monitor. Does that mean Schwab is up? Schwab is up 83 cents. And say, oh, Schwab is at a new recovery high. Isn't that good? So that made a peak. So that's an A, B, C, D. I think I have to call this a D right here, an alternate count, a D. And that's a brand new A, B. It's in leg C. Oh, amazing. That's really good to see. So that's Schwab, the broker, trading up 87 cents in a new recovery. All-time high was 96.24. The low was down in the 40s. And here it is at 74.29. Nice action. That's a good sign. That tells me that this whole bullish phase for the market in 2024 is still underway. Short term, you're looking at many other things that are not working. That's different altogether. And as I said, I've been very negative on the semiconductors for a little while. I don't want to go through it. I spoke about those round numbers, and those round numbers were tremendously impactful. And you've seen big pullbacks, but the semis right now up $1.84 at 201.84. Wait, I had a question now. I can't remember. Oh, Triple M, 1, 2, 3. There, Triple M. Holding counts, walking the 9-period moving average and 14-period moving averages here. 95.67 was the high about 3 weeks ago. Trading at 92.41. I guess I'm going to have to get it. It's at a something split. It's at a, I guess it was something was sold off. So this is peak A, B, C, D, and this is a brand new A, B. This is acting for the first time. Triple M is actually holding very nicely. That's right. Yeah, so let me just say that. So I can't remember what the question was. Oh, it was just to have a look at Triple M because it was holding well. Yes, it is holding well. This rectangle phase underneath the top itself of 95.67 suggests that there could be, if there is a break, doesn't even have to be a close. If there's just a pop over 93.56, at any 93.56 is about $1.20 above where it is right now, that will suggest that there could be an attempt over the next 2 weeks to get to the 95.67 level. But it also says we're going sideways, and the longer you just go sideways, it's like a little bit of distribution. You've got to be careful because at 89.54 low in Triple M, 3M, MMM is the symbol, trading at 92.44, up 17 cents right now. You've got to be careful. A close under 89.54 would be very negative. Now, another stock that I like to follow, and I know that Jacob always talks about this, is Steel Dynamics. It makes steel products, hot rolled cold finish sheets, made a Trough E. If I can just type it in right there, Trough E, right there. And that says that it had 151.34 high on the first, all-time high on the 1st of April, but it also had 149.00 round number that day. And here it is trading at 138. It's pulled back quite sharply from that level. Now, what I did is I considered that the weekly chart is a B, but actually that should be just to be kind of faithful to my notation where I always say you've got to know both the positives and the negatives. So in this particular instance, I have to consider that's a G/C right there, and that it did go to a potential D right there. That high of 151.34, I can't call it a B. I have to call it a D for now. That's just the way it is because there was an instant restart right here. I forgot to circle it. That's why I wasn't looking at it right there. And that makes alternative counts very potent. All right. And it's holding very nicely, capital on the upside. So that 151.34 high, it's trading at 137.97 right now. But here I do call it a leg C in the monthly chart. So this is still looking very positive, pulling back quite sharply. Daily chart is not as positive, but the weekly chart is saying, hey, the 9 is still way over the 14. That's a big deal. If you're in the market, likely to bounce out of this area camp. So wait a minute, let me just see what they're talking about here. I need to go to this. So let me check my trend gauge reading. So I have a trend that went to 183 as a high today. For me, that's not a signal of an overbought trend reading. That should take you to E-mini should have a sharp move to the upside within a day. That's not in place right now. But we did go to a leg D in the 120-minute chart, and there's a whole bunch of resistance levels that it's trying to tackle right now. So as I say, this is a very mixed market. It is very selective, and because of that, we've got selective action in our positions, and just slightly favoring on the shorter term, slightly favoring a move in the Dow rather than any of the other indices. That might be too selective to have the Dow 30 move when the others aren't. We'll have to see what happens there. And another question came in. Could I look? Where did I write it? Where did I write it? Yes, you had mentioned MTTR at some point, and I can't remember what it is. What is it doing now? So MTTR, yeah, I have no idea. This is on my screamer list, MTTR. This is, if I can actually read it, Matterport Inc. I don't know what they do. It had a gap to the upside today. Oh, it's only up 169%. At $4.68, up $2.94. I just have no idea. I remember some time ago it was in the screamer list way back, and I haven't looked at it for ages. But I do have something that's very similar. And I can't. Oh, WTTR. Let's see what that does. Yes, WTTR is Select Water Solutions. This has done very well. It's gone from the 8s to the 9s, 960 just recently, a peak F, and now it's pulling back. That's something very different. And the monthly and the weekly chart is improving a lot, but it's in a digestive phase. So that's Select Water Solutions, WTTR, also in the single digits. It's at 920 down. I'll be right back. Basil Chapman, Tiger Communications Hour.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Folks, so the E-mini took out its left side low of about 4 o'clock this morning. That was in the 50-16 area. It went down to the most recent low is at 50.14, 14. So it took it out by 2 points. Now we're going to have to see if it's able to rally off that. Most importantly, I want you to cover, so I had questions about BRK.B, Berkshire Hathaway, round number, high, all-time high. I think that's an all-time high for Berkshire, but it had a round number high of 430.00 on the 26th of February. It also had a 422 open, round number open. And it's gone down to the 395 area, one of the deeper corrections that it's had since last year in the fall when it pulled back sharply. So this has gone to one-to-one to the downside. Now it's ready for a little bit of a bounce, and that's going to be important. That's what I'm saying, that there's a rotation going on, and you've got to consider you need to look at each sector, and within each sector, you've got to look to see what's working. So that's important right now, because Berkshire together will be looking at Bank of America, look at JP Morgan. JP Morgan trading right now had a huge gap down, disappointment, 200.94 a couple of weeks ago was the all-time high, slumps down to the 179 area. I mean, that's a big move. It's about a 14% a decline, and then all of a sudden it's starting to come back a little bit. And the weekly chart is still very strong. So a question came here, Cintas, the one that I always look at, holding just steady, going sideways. 704.84 was the all-time high. That was back at end of March. Trading now at 667. Not such a big deal because it's a sideways move. You can see in the weekly chart, this is overalls, uniforms, and rentals. And look, manufacturing production declined 0.5%. You've got initial jobless claims came in at 212,000, slightly below the expected 220,000. So S1 and the Den had put that information out there. So I must say that overall, when I'm trying to assess just from the information I can get, and then the information that I get empirically because I'm there in the stores or whatever it is, it seems to me that there's a lot going on here it's very difficult to read. When you get sports games where tickets are selling for $2,000 and they sell out, when you're getting concerts, I mean, I was at a concert at Symphony Hall on Saturday night with, it was absolutely fantastic. So the Symphony Hall was actually sold out, and it sold out for the 3-4 days. You got this spectacular violinist, Hilary Hahn. She played Brahms' Violin Concerto. It was absolutely stupendous. It was just beautifully played and technically marvelous, and the orchestra, BSO, played just fabulously. So, but it was sold out. But BSO has not been selling out. I mean, it's been tough for these orchestras. New York Philharmonic are going through a big, basically it's going through its own recession, just running out of money. You're having to use capital. The Met is using capital. It's a big task, and yet there is money out there. When people want to spend it, they do spend it, and seats are really pretty expensive. So it's very select. It's when people want to do it, they do it. But most of the time we're looking, I mean, that inflationary aspect is something that you can't ignore. You go to the supermarket. I looked at something, what was it, just yesterday? I said, $3 and something? Oh, that was rice. It's $3 and something for packets that used to cost $1.20, then they went to $1.80, even $2.20, but now up in the $3 area. I mean, that affects everybody. So those are two separate things. Looking at the market right now, we're looking at the charts, and the charts are suggesting. I want you to go to AIQ. I was asked about this the other day. AIQ is Global X Artificial Intelligence ETF. Just everywhere you go, they talk about AI, and yet AI has had a huge pullback from the 34.52 area where it is right now at 31.50. A little bit above Friday's high. That is a pullback. I mean, on a purely technical basis, is what I'm saying, that some areas needed to have that pullback. Look, this is from 25.39 back in October of last year, rallies to 34.52. So that's we've seen doubles and 50% gains. This is not that. And I'm surprised because AIQ should have screamed 33.45 was the all-time high back in 2021, November, plummets to 18 and then rallies to 34.52, just less than $1 away from the November 2021 high. These double tops, you have to respect them as on a purely technical basis, that markets tend to bump into resistance and then need to have a breather before they can build the next move to the upside. And I think that's what AIQ is doing. But right now, this is something we are long, I should mention, been long for quite some time. Right over there, that's where we're long. It was from 2023. But in the meantime, back at the ranch, this is a pretty severe pullback that you're looking at. So I was asked, could I look at MU? MU's Micron had a spectacular move. It ran, it gapped away from in the 94 area. Suddenly it's gapping and it's up in the 105s. And it just slips into the gap for a tad, and then it makes an instant restart and rallies all the way up and goes to the 130.30 area. Was it 130.54 all-time high? That was on the 4th of April. And now it's trading at 106.96. And I've got this as a peak F in the weekly chart, only a leg C in the monthly chart. So you can see each one within their own characteristics needs to do this after a spectacular rocket ship move to the upside, needs to do some pullback. So talking about rocket ship, GD is what I was asked about as well on Friday. I didn't get to. It was after I had finished my show. 290.07 up $1.45. 296.50 was the high on the 8th of April. It also happened to have a 260 round number open, and then it dropped to the 283 area. So it's bouncing here. I've got it as a G/C in the weekly chart. It should still go higher. General dynamics is in the area that I think there's still going to be more gains to come. It could digest. I'm putting it together with Raytheon. This is the Iron Dome. Raytheon trading down a penny at 101.53. If I can just get that chart up. Yeah, there it is. So talk about Chapman Inside Track Repellent Zone. Look at that monthly chart. Look at the weekly chart that had a beautiful cup formation, went slightly higher, and yet it's trading at 101.53, getting real close to the high that was made back in April of 2 years ago of 106.02. I'll be right back.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model? when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities. Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Hi folks, we're back. Basil Chapman, Tiger Day 50 hour. Dow's up 111, S&P's up 19. This is going to be an interesting session because if after all that selling, and there's some pressure here in gold on the downside, and crude oil is pulling back, if there is a sense that we've got a little bit of a relief in the overall Middle East spectrum, that just says that the market could have a pretty nice bounce here. I'm just treating it as a bounce initially, but even more important, what we're looking at here is, let me just get to this, the VIX index. So the volatility index, oops, the VIX, trading, there it is. Volatility is now down. It hit 21.36, leg E. I don't use the Chapman wave notation. I always do it, but that's not important as the actual direction and the technicals that I look at, because this is purely emotional. So this is the VIX index trading at 17.90, down 81 cents. It was at 21.36. That's almost 3 points to the downside. If by the end of the day, the VIX index can get to the 1730 level or lower, that means that the market has to hold. The Dow's up 97. It really needs to get to 125 and has to be holding really strongly through the 2-3 o'clock area. I would say 1:30 to 2 o'clock. That'll be a good sign. We got through this 1020 area, holding okay. You got some areas that have pulled back, like the semiconductors did pull back. They're trying to come back a little bit now. I'm going to watch this very closely for the simple reason that there's a rotational correction going on right now. It's been going on for a little while. The Dow was the first to top out, and then it pulled back. And finally, you got the semiconductors. They were the last to turn down, where the 9-period went negative. I consider that really important. But to tell you what I'm really looking at here, I'm looking at selectivity. So we saw that we looked at Visa, and Visa's pulling back. It was pulling back. Now it's holding. It's up 81 cents. We're looking at, so Visa is in the thing. Verizon was pulling back. It's in the Dow. And now it's up. No, it's down $1.34. It was up earlier on. Got earnings coming out. Now it's down $1.35. It hit 41.64. Now it's at 39.16. So earnings this week is going to be very important. And let me go through this right now because I wanted to look at Walmart. Oh, what was the question about Walmart? Will Walmart get back to its old to the highs? 61.66 was the high. That was in late March. is trading right now at 59.68. And significantly, we're looking at an arch formation, and it's really important that it doesn't close under 58. Right now, it's at 59.69. I've got it at a peak C in the weekly chart, and that just says the 9's holding well, the 14's holding well. It should actually do well. It should climb to retest those highs in the 61s. It's 59.70 right now. But at any point in the next week, if Walmart, WMT, trading at 59.70, up 18 cents. If at any point it actually closes, I'm going to give it a little bit of room. I'm going to say under 58.20. That's $1.50 lower than where it is right now. Then it's going to stall and take a little bit more time to go sideways. I hope that helps you. Question came in here. Let me just read that. IBM. IBM has earnings, I think, this week. So IBM, so this is going to be the test. So IBM, I spoke about this, ages ago. I said IBM seems to me to be in the category of metamorphosis. It changed from just a fuddy-duddy company. I couldn't tell you how many times I heard that it's going into the cyber, it's going into the cloud. It just every area it was going into, and it just didn't work. But over the last year and a half, it's gone from the 130 area all the way to just under 200, and that just tells me that it, in a sense, it has turned around. 199.18 was the high right there on the 12th of March. It's trading right now at 181. It's down, but how the price and how the market treats the earnings, whatever earnings, or if they don't make earnings, whatever it is. And is that on Thursday? I think, let me just check one more time. Earnings, did I miss it? I can't remember who put that in there. It was important. I'd like to see that. Oh, I got it right here. IBM. IBM is on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So how the market deals with IBM's earnings is going to be really important. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Duffy. That to me is going to be kind of a bellwether for me for the oldies becoming the newbies. Does IBM in 2024 start to trade sharply above 220? It's trading at 181. The high was in the 199 area. Can it get to the 220s, say by July? If it does that, that's going to be really important, because IBM could then turn into the kind of stock that we saw Microsoft was when it was not doing right, and then all of a sudden it turned the corner, metamorphed into this really viable company. We're going to see what happens. That's what many of these companies have done. So I'll give you the parameters. IBM trades on Friday after the earnings. If on Friday IBM is closer to 172 than 100, and it's trading at 181 right now. Well, we don't know what can happen in the next few days. But if I would just say that if it closes on 172, that's a big problem for IBM. All right, so we've got that out the way. F First Solar, I don't know if I've got that updated with my Chapman notation. Yeah, peak D in the weekly chart, trading at FSLR 175.45, up 41 cents. Let me just do this if you don't mind. So that was C, D, and E right there. C. D, oops, not an S, a D and an E. Yes, Hillary Holm she played a fantastic encore. I couldn't believe, she must have a very big online presence, because there are so many young people there. I mean, teenagers I'm talking about. And there were a lot of students that must have come from schools, wanted tickets. And I heard some of them talking music stuff. One was sitting out behind us and said, oh, yeah, I got 2 clarinets and a bass clarinet. That's what I've got, 2 clarinets and a bass clarinet. That's what professionals have, a B-flat clarinet. And if you're a bass clarinet player like I was, then you also have a bass clarinet. So they went, after she finished playing, they just jumped up and they went woo 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 woo. You don't usually hear that a rock concert, yes, but not a classical music concert. All right, so that made a peak E. First Solar, it's just digesting gains. 9's over the 14, still good. A peak D in the weekly chart. This is one that has its own lifespan, its life cycle, I should say. First Solar modules, photovoltaic solutions. It had an all-time high back in 2023, up in the 238 area. I think it was. Let me just double check that. 232. No way. Round number. 232 round number. Give me a second. When I get back, we'll talk about this.
Tigers, the inaugural session of Live Trading Fridays with Larry Pesavento was a massive success. Trades were communicated, questions were answered, and money was made. Every second and fourth Friday of the month, from 9 a.m. to noon Eastern Time, Larry wants you to join him as he places live trades and takes your questions. That's right, with this monthly subscription, you receive access to 2 live trading events. We are gearing up for the next session Friday, April 26th, so there's still time to sign up. For this month only, use code LarryLive at checkout in order to secure $50 off your monthly subscription price for as long as you subscribe to the service. We'll see you next Friday, April 26th, Tigers. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
So let me just wish all those celebrating the Passover a happy Passover. I saw a really funny cartoon the other day. It was a Maserati that was a picture, and it was covered in matzah, and it was called the Maserati. All right, well, that's that. So we're looking at a failure pattern. Now the S&P minis are down, only up 10.25, down from the highs sharply. And you've got the SMHs, the SOXS, which we had for a brief period, which is now trading spectacularly higher, trading at, this is the 3 times short, made a big spike to the 46s, pulls back today to 44.10, and now it's trading at 46.24. So this is going to be the theme. I wanted to see if there was any upside energy that could be sustained. There isn't. And that says that if the Dow is up 55, if by the end of the day the Dow actually, if it goes negative, that's really poor. If there's a sudden burst of energy, that energy has to have the Dow holding, I'd say I'd prefer 120, but at least a plus 90 or more after 1:30 to 2 o'clock and holding steady, and it needs to bring the others up because the others are going to drag everything down. And watch the semiconductors. If the semiconductors go down 70 cents from where they are right now, let me just do the SMHs. I'll show you. That's going to be a drag on the QQQ as well. Of course, the SMHs, they're only up 39 cents today. Wow, they don't look very good at all. That's a sector that I've been very negative on, and I remain negative. And therefore, any rally is really kind of counter to what we're looking at. We want to still keep short position, but trading positions are something completely different. So watch it very closely. So with that said, also watch the TLT. The TLT is now down 12 cents. That's not so bad. If the TLT can start to rally, I think that'll be important for the market. So I'm going to hand you over to Steve Rhodes and all the great programming today. And and I'll probably be doing my show tomorrow early at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Have a wonderful rest of the day.